So I started, you know, now I'm falling back into the jail routine. And, I'm with Riddler and I'm with the other bush dwelling tweakers, the sorriest group of peckerwoods that I've ever been around. And that's what sucks. I mean, I should have been in the mods at Santa Barbara County Jail. The mods is where parolees go. That's where I belong, and as weird as that sounds, why would you want to be around prison people? Because they're respectful, you know, like people in the normal tanks that aren't just for parolees, they'll do stuff like they'll like step up on a table and like spread their ass cheeks and be like, and like someone will be like, yeah, bro, that shoe is dope. That would never happen in a parolee tank. You go in there and it looks like you're at some local bookstore, reading or book club. It's a bunch of guys with like reading glasses reading, in Rand books. Like they're like, damn, Atlas Shrugged is a lot bomber than I had anticipated. The thematic elements are nothing short of transcendent. Oh, agreed. Oh, hey, did you get the memo about putting work in? Oh, yeah. I don't know. I think stabbing might be a little heavy-handed. Why don't we strangle him? Was that a unanimous decision on the woodpile? It is. It is. Oh, great. Oh, hey, do you have that collection of David Foster Wallace short stories? Great. Go ahead and shoot that. Yeah, let me know after you strangle the bitch. And that's really how it is. I mean, that's what's bizarre. That's the fucking paradox about convicts. They're these big, muscular, hot tan, big, muscular guys covered in shitty soot tattoos, but they're literary. They understand books. They understand books better than people that I went to community college with. I only went for like a month and got kicked out because, well, that's a whole nother story. But, when I was in community college, people, and I'm not making some general statement, but it seemed like people were more literary in prison. People actually understand theme. They understand irony. Convicts, and convicts are very, very, very well read. When you meet some, later on in this story, when I'm in the feds again, I'm around the Mexican mafia. I'm around the California brand, Aryan Brotherhood, guys that are slammed down for life. They're in the hole. They're in solitary confinement for life. Some of the most well-spoken, nicest people you'll ever talk to. Very respectful, and it's just it's kind of ironic, the more that somebody's been in prison. Just think about it. When you're in prison, it's mind, body, and spirit. You have spirituality because you have to get in touch with your subconscious because you have reached a threshold of pain emotionally, physically, mentally, and spiritually that most people will never reach in their entire lives. When you are in an 8x10 cell and all you have is your mind, you tend to think of something greater than yourself because you fucking have to. It's like the old adage, there's no atheist in a foxhole. Prison is a foxhole. And people in there are some of the most spiritually enlightened people I've ever met in my life. They've been educated by pain. That's the spirit side. Mind, you're constantly reading. It doesn't matter if you're reading 50 Shades of Grey. It doesn't matter if you're reading Fyodor Dostoevsky. Most convicts are like, yeah, oh yeah, Crime and Punishment. Breathtaking. And then they're like sharpening their shank on like a metallic bunk bed. But people read these books because often it's all they have. They come around with a cart once a week in the hole. They're like, hey, do you want this? And you're like, oh man, I've already read War and Peace, but fuck it. I have nothing better. Go ahead and shoot that. Most guys I know have read the Quran. They've read the Bible in its entirety. They can quote books like it's scripture, even if it's not biblical, and you meet just a lot of guys that are intellectually rendered into some sort of higher thinking capacity that you wouldn't expect from convicts. You see these big muscular guys that have like iron, spider web tattoos that are all like, checkered because they faded with sun and the soot's falling out throughout the years. You think they're an idiot, but the kids that are getting wasted and getting stoned every weekend or every day for that matter in the college world are a lot of times more vapid than the guys that are in prison, the big convicts that you would think they look like the most illiterate person in the room. They're probably 9 times out of 10 the most literate. And the more of a convict you are, the more you're like that. Physically, you work out because you what do they say in prison? You must stay ready so you don't have to get ready, because you're constantly in danger in prison. I don't give a fuck where you are. You can be in protective custody in Alaska with a bunch of Eskimo chomos. What are you in here for? Butt fucking a polar bear in front of a school? Didn't know I couldn't do that. Just making my parka from sheet thread. You could be in the most fucking corniest, low security prison ever, and you are in danger because human nature is volatile. And that's why we get more paranoid when we come out. We get paranoid because we've seen what it actually is. We see how crazy shit gets. It's like, that motherfucker, he disrespected my name. What are you gonna do, Sea-Dog? Well, what do you think? I ain't no bitch. I'm gonna slit his throat. Fuck that fool. Oh. And then you see that. You'll be walking the track and you'll see someone go up with a fucking straight razor and slit someone's throat. Oh, they disrespected Sea-Dog name. Fuck those dudes. You're always in danger. So when you go to jail, you want to go to the mods because you're around convicts. You're around those guys that have the mind, body, and spirit thing down. The guys that are in jail are, when they're not in a parolee tank, I don't know how every jail is. I've been to a lot of jails, though. Typically, they put the hardcore convicts together. It's less violent, but when violence happens, it's bad. You see people's heads split open like watermelons. Don't do that again, bitch. Hey, do you have the new Jonathan Franzen novel? I do. It's in my bunk. Go get it. It's under my bed. All right, cool. Stay down, dog. But when you're with the general population of people that are, caught in that perpetual cyclical trap of going in and out of jail, you're with dudes that live in riverbeds. They smoke meth and probably butt fuck other bums in bushes. And then come to jail and they're like, yeah, when I was out there, fucking bitches, homeboy. Every day. And then you see what it's really like. It's like some skinhead wearing FUBU, panhandling, and then like going back to the riverhead with his little bum sack. And he's like, God, why can't I get ahead? Well, I don't know. And God talks about it. I don't know, skinhead. Maybe it's the swastika on your forehead. Oh man, my mom says the same shit. Don't be saying that kind of shit. Ooh, fuck, I'm just gonna smoke meth. Fuck reality, man. And then they're in and out of jail. So that's the crowd that I was with. So I'm in there with these guys. I'm in there with people like Riddler, that is just a J-Cat. Second place. Yeah, that guy. And I'm just like, fuck. Now, you start starving in jail. You do. And, that's why we were trying to eat ramen noodle flavoring packs in the toilet. And he was offended that I couldn't drink it. Like I said, it felt like I was eating a chicken's asshole out. And it was salty. I was like, oh man, this chicken's asshole is mad sodium, dog. I don't know. I'm kind of on a health kick. I'm cool. And I'm giving all these guys free heroin. I'm giving them all free meth. I'm making them work out. They hate me. I'm like the Richard Simmons of East One in Santa Barbara County Jail. You know, I'm trying to be like I think I'm like some motivational speaker. In my mind, I'm still in this psychosis. I'm like pacing back and forth on a stage with like a spotlight following me. All reality is subjective, transcendent, workout, mind, body, spirit. And they're just like, dude, can I get my issue of the heroin? Workout, workout, play pinochle, program, homeboy, program, and I'll give you the heroin that you so desire. So these guys started hating me. Now, Midget Man had given me, I forget what he gave me. He gave me a decent enough chunk where I could play Santa Claus with it to some degree, and I stayed high as fuck. I didn't even know what was going on. And when I get high, I've talked about this a million times, I scratch my athlete's foot. That's what I do. There's like puddles of blood everywhere, and everyone's like, oh, hey, fool. Nah, this shit's gross, fool. Not in here, fool. Go out there. Go to the day room and do that. You know? So like it's a lot of me scratching, laying in bed, calling Karina all day, and people start to resent you in there. Yeah, you better believe that. When you're in jail and you got a chick, especially a hot chick, you know, I got like pictures and, you know, and like they'll look at it and they'll be, hey, you stop it. I bring you in here so you don't have to sleep on my landlord won't let you sleep inside and you constantly ruin my fucking videos. Scumbag. Selfish piece of shit. Anyway, people get jealous when you have a hot chick that's riding for you and you are talking about like, yeah, I mean, I don't really know how to say this, but I'm kind of an icon. Well, what does that mean? I'm known, homie. People just don't like that. And they hear me on the phone all day. I'm like, oh no, get out of here. That's so funny. Oh my God, you're so cute, baby. I love you. Oh, I love you too. People don't want to hear that shit. So people started resenting me. And Midget Man had only given me, I don't know, a little issue, you know, enough where I could like, but I was running out. Now, Jose, my manager now, who wasn't my manager then, but he was Boston George's manager, he had sent Karina another $600, you know, and it took like 3 to 5 days to clear. So I was running out of my heroin because I was being so generous with it. And I'd gotten every single one of these guys a package. None of them had anything. All they had, all Midget Man had was this, like, he had accrued, coffee cake with interest. And nobody had commissary, so I had Karina. I wrote down every single person's register number, which is their, hey, you guys, stop it. Sorry, guys. No. I'll give you chicken if you stop. I'd written down every single person's register number, and I'd given it to Karina. I said, hey, these guys need food. Nobody's looking out for them. She's like, oh my God, babe, are you serious? I'm like, every single one of these guys, because I still thought that I was some sort of prophet or something. I thought I was like breaking a loaf of bread in everyone and be like, you guys don't have to eat. I'll eat for you. And they're like, but we're hungry. I'm, shut the fuck up. Oh, I have a cavity, so it hurt. I'm sacrificing for you. Ungrateful fucking bush tweakers. So Midget Man's like, he already got the $600. My pregnant girlfriend had to go meet this guy. She gave him the money. And now he's waiting for me to come up with the other 600. So I'm starting to, my supply is running out now. He's like, no, man, no way. I got to wait till I get the rest of the money. And I'm like, come on, man. I'm hooking everybody up. You guys were all a bunch of fucking lops before I got here. And I said, last time I said you're going to get the $600, you got it. Why can't you give me like another gram because you're going to get it? He's like, well, I don't know, man. I mean, first you said, I don't know. What'd you say? Daypal, Faypal? I don't even know what that is. Now you're saying shit I don't know. And I'm going to just take that as you're not having the ability to pay me. That's what I think. I was like, what do you mean by that? And so me and him start arguing, right? I'm already pissed off at this guy because I feel like I'm being treated unfairly. I'm getting treated unfairly. I come in there, none of these guys have anything. I go in there and I'm a very generous person. I'm the kind of guy where I've explained this to people. They're like, well, why why should I share my hard-earned, cash with people? Why should I pay for other people's welfare? And I always say this, I go, look, and don't say, oh, you're a liberal, you little liberal pansy bitch. I'm not a liberal. I'm whatever. I have opinions. I'm not going to be compartmentalized in one political ideological group. But I do believe in sharing, and I do believe in making everybody around you's quality of life better, because it makes your quality of life better. If you work on making the world a happier, better, nicer place, then you're going to be a happier, nicer person because you're around a bunch of happier and nicer people. It's the law of good energy. If I have like a pack of cigarettes, right? I'd say I have 4 cigarettes to my name. I'm in a car with 4 people. None of them have cigarettes. I light up a cigarette. Now, I could just smoke that cigarette, or I could give them a few drags, or I can give them each a cigarette. Here you go. You guys each have one. Then we don't have cigarettes anymore. But you know what? I'd rather live like that than, be the squirrel that has the biggest collection of nuts. So I'd worked tirelessly to get these guys in a good position. I worked on getting them commissary. Now I'm giving them free drugs. And this guy, Midget, man, well, I don't know. You said PayPal. Now you're saying Zelle. Now you're saying Cash App. Now you're saying, what is this? Venmo? Homie, it's 2000 and what year was it? It's 2017. You're way too futuristic for me, bro. I'm too. You don't understand how PayPal works. It takes a while to liquidate the money. She didn't have an account. She had to transfer it to her bank. How does that not make sense to you? He's like, well, I mean, first you said Thursday. Now you're saying it could be Friday. I don't know, man. It just seems like you're not really telling the truth. And I was like, what? I was like, what do you mean by that? He's like, I just think you're a fucking liar. I was like, what? And I was like, dude, everyone get the fuck out of the way. And I just squared up with the dude. I put my hand, I was like, what's up? And like my prison PTSD flared up. I put my hands up, and then one of them slowly went to my asshole, and I just plugged my butthole with my middle finger just to get more angry. And I was like, we're gonna fight. I was like, dude, why is your hand in your pants? Shut up! You're not a parolee. You wouldn't understand. Stay in your fucking lane. No, but I had my hands up. I'm like, what's up? You gonna call me a liar? We're getting down then. He freaked out. Straight bitch mode. What? Hold on. I have glasses, bro. Whoa. I have glasses on. I was like, give a fuck? He's like, I'm in my mid-50s. She's like almost about to cry. I'm like, dude, you want an Oscar nomination or something, dude? Fuck you. You call me a liar. What's up, bitch? Said bitch a few times. I got into my really I'm gonna try to be scary. It's like, look at my shark tattoo. What is that? What does that say? Not welcome. No, that's American History X. Shark. Roar. What's up, fool? And so everyone gets out of the way, right? Everyone gets out of the way. All right, they're gonna get down. The rep comes up to me and he's like, whoa, what? Nah, bro. You're not putting hands on an old dude like that. That ain't cool. I'm like, the motherfucker called me a liar. He's like, if you put hands on him, you got issues with all of us. I was like, are you kidding me? I came in here. You know all the shit that I've done for you? Are you fucking kidding me? And he's, he was like, I don't know. He's looking at me trying to look intimidating, but he started biting his lip, trying to look scary, but I could tell he just wanted to suck my dick. Oh, dude, don't make me suck your dick, bro. I'm mad. Right? And when I get like that, that's something that happened to me in prison. I go to 0 to 100 like that. No, I don't. No, I really do though. So, and when I get like that, it's hard for me not to take off on the guy. I don't know. You just instinctually get like that after doing time for too much. After you do time for too much. No. Hey, cruise over. I'm at the riverbed. All right, dog. No, he's coming over. No, he's bringing tiki tortures. Don't trip. It's going to be an exotic night again. butt fucking in the light of tiki torches. So everyone's standing there like expecting us to fight. Now the rep's in front. You're not going to touch him, bro. So I start pacing, right? I get mad. I'm just like, I rip my shirt off. I have flower tattoos. I'm like, yeah, I fucking feel like surfing. And I start like pacing. Everyone's looking at me like, what a J-Cat, what a weirdo. Even Riddler's like, oh man. I'm mad, but I don't know why. I'm smelling colors again. Like, all right, dude. So I'm pacing now. I'm pacing in the tank. Everybody's looking at me, including the Pisces. And I'm just mad. I don't know what I'm doing. It's like the theatricality of it. I'm just like pacing. I'm like going up to the bars and like shaking them like I'm King Kong. I'm like, and they're like, what's going on with you, bro? You like possessed or something? I'm like, it was like I was a gremlin and someone like spilled some water on me by accident or something. I was like, shit was like popping out of me. And finally I come down to it, and you know, the midget man comes up to me to adjust his glasses. Like, hey man, I just wanted to say, like, I didn't mean to call you a liar. I was like, yeah, what the fuck? I was like, I've never been in a jail situation where I can't take off on you. What the fuck? There's like 12 of you. What? I can't, you just can disrespect me. I say, you do it again, I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna take off on you. That's it. The only reason I'm not doing it is because there's 12 people in here. I'm not trying to get fucking smashed out on some dumb shit like that just because you're hiding me behind some pussy ass politics. I said, you're a bitch, fool. Put his hand out to shake myself. Fuck you. And then he like goes up to the rep. He's like, hey, do you think I can change my bunk placement? I'm sitting way too close to that guy. I don't want to be sleeping next to him. He seems kind of wild. Just turned into a total bitch. Later, I'd find out that he'd fucked a lot of these little hood rat chicks that I'd grown up with, you know, that I don't want to say hood. I mean, that's kind of demeaning, but, you know, girls that were tragically addicted to drugs and they had to fuck this greasy old fuck for the drugs. I found out he was that guy. Yeah. I didn't even know stuff like that existed. That was like at a Requiem for a Dream. Well, you can call this guy, but he doesn't take money. He only likes chicks. And she's like, ew, I'd never do that. And then like 2 scenes later, she's going ass to ass. Ass to ass. Jared Leto gets his arm cut off. I don't know. I think my story is pretty hardcore, but it's not that hardcore. It's pretty hardcore. So anyway, I'm mad. You know, basically, I got called a liar and tried to apologize to me. I was just getting annoyed. You know, I was just starting to get settled into this setting, and now I'm getting pissed off again. I find out because I call my parents. I don't know if I'd covered this in one of the last videos, but I finally call my parents and I talk to them again. You know, I talked to my mom. This is after Corinne had told me that there was basically an intervention group. And they're like, yep, Ryan needs to go to jail. And they're like, all right, all in favor, say aye. They're like, aye. You know. And then I went. And I was like, oh, that's tight. Guess I'm just in jail now. Oh, looking at 5 actual years. That's cool. That's chill. Don't even try. No, it was the best thing for me. You're right. I was mad at them. So I finally talked to my dad. And, you know, I have an attitude with him. And he's like, why are you being like this? I said, because you put me in jail, you know? And my dad had said that he didn't do it. I was like, nah, that's what we decided to do. We decided the best course of action was to let you get incarcerated. We're not the ones that called your PO. Somebody called and said you were doing drugs. I was like, what? And now, you know, my dad, you see him on Frank Fridays and he's like, hey, you know, he's all like super optimistic and cool. And I love the fuck out of my dad, but he can be an asshole. I mean, who can't? But I mean, his asshole side is like, he can be crazy. I don't know. It's weird. Like, he can be the coolest, nicest guy ever, super supportive. And then he goes from like 0 to 100, just like me, but he didn't go to prison. Not well, he did go to jail. And I've asked him to come on and do a special Frank Fridays about his jail experience. I think you guys would find that shit interesting. I've never even heard that story. We were talking about that on the other day. He's like, should I come on and do a Frank Fridays about my jail experience? I was like, you were in jail? It was a long time ago, Ryan. The 60s were raging with civil unrest. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Save it for the fucking Frank Fridays. So now I'm really tripping because think about this. My therapist had told me that I could tell her whatever I want. She wasn't going to relay it to my PO. Then she relayed it to my PO. Strike one. Strike two, my email got hacked into. That was weird. Then I go to jail and I find out, cops were showing up at the skate park. My event got shut down. People were doing death threats on me. I thought the police and feds were after to get me. There was the guys in the suits. I was tripping. And then Karina says that my friends and family pretty much put me in jail. And now they're saying that that's not true. And then Jeff, I thought he watched the video that he's like, hey, man. I was like, what are you doing right now? He's like, I'm meditating. I was like, really? What are you meditating on? He's like, I don't know. I'm just envisioning a endless golf course, bunch of naked bitches galloping, but in mermaid form, of course. You wouldn't understand. You're not enlightened yet. And I'm just like, dude, okay, check it out, bro. What do you mean? I was like, I didn't even get into the story yet. I didn't get a chance to say that you weren't part of that. He's like, I know. You did me twisted though, brother. You did me twisted. And another thing he said, he goes, Newport 100s. He's like, you got to smoke organic. If you're going to smoke, you got to do it responsibly. Remember that. Hangs up. So, Jeff, this is for you. Yes, Jeff, Karina, my mother and father, Max, maybe, I don't know. I haven't talked to him since about it, but none of them told my PO. That's what they had planned on doing. And it wasn't even that they planned on telling my PO. It was that if the option of me going to jail was something that was on the table, they weren't going to say, well, no. He doesn't need it. They all felt like I would be safer. God, it is really hot right now. Sorry. Yeah. I'd be safer in jail than out there running amok. And now I'm starting to be mad that I'm in jail, but I don't know who put me there. And then the thing happened with the dry run and Adam Perlman, and I'm just going crazy because I'm already in psychosis and I'm with these really weird guys, and they're like all telling me stories about like, yeah, I got to hustle. What do you do? Oh, I steal donations from the Salvation Army's donation box. Yeah, fuck those families in need. I'm trying to smoke meth, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I don't know. That's not really my style. Yeah, why don't you go pimp a bitch then, fool? Why don't you go do that? Yeah, go pimp a bitch. I'm just like, oh my God. So, the people that I was in there would start wearing on me. Now, Riddler comes up to me and he's like, hey, so I have bail, but I can't afford it. Yeah. And dude, it's really important that I get out of jail. I'm like, why is that? I'm going to lose my child. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, I feel like if I don't get out, he's going to be gone. I can't lose him, man. I just can't. I don't know if I already said this, but his child was 27. I'm like, well, what's he going to do? He's like, I don't know. But if I don't get out, I won't have him anymore. I need bail. Now, his bail was like $500. It was like $5,000, but if I paid $500, I could get him out. I said, you know what, man? I'm going to get you out of jail. He's like, oh yeah, hugged me. He's like, come here. Bites my cheek. I'm like, what the fuck? What is that? He's like, oh, it just means I like you. Right? It's just something weird I do. I don't know. Been arrested before, but it doesn't matter. I ain't no weirdo though. I'm in GP, so you know I'm cool. Because I'm in GP that I'm a good dude. It's like, yeah, man, for sure. So many good dudes in GP. Yeah. So I decided to bail him out. I called Karina. I'm like, hey, honey, I want to bail this really mentally unstable homeless dude named Riddler out. She's like, God, Ryan. She's like, Jesus. Like, you want to do all this charity stuff. You can't even get out of jail yourself. Why do you want to take on all this charity stuff? You're not Gandhi. And I was like, well, I don't know. I'm Gandhi-like, though. I'm Gandhi-like, though. She's like, okay, whatever. She was telling me that I shouldn't bail the guy out. So I was like, fuck that, do it. Let's pay the bail. So I had her call a bail's bondsman to get this dude out. Yeah, like, I'm not saying I'm the best guy in the world, but I was in psychosis, and I do nice things for people when I can, and I think everybody should be like that. So we got it approved. Get him bailed out for $500. He's like, oh my God, come here. He's like biting my nose. It's like there's like a little droplet of blood. I'm like, dude, please stop doing that. Please. Like, I'm bailing you out. That's enough. Problem was that you needed somebody to co-sign to get him out. You needed like somebody to ensure that he was going to go to jail. He was not going to run away. I don't know where Riddler would go. There's probably like some place for Riddlers. It's a bunch of people in Riddler outfits, like on an island, like drawing question marks in the sand, biting people's cheeks. I don't know where someone like that goes. But she wasn't willing to do that. She's like, I'll put the money up, but I'm not going to do that, Ryan. Jesus Christ. Like, please, let's focus on the case. And I'm like, yeah, just get him bail. So she starts the process, and I go to him and I'm like, okay, man, I just need someone to co-sign. He's like, you said you'd get me out of jail. That's what you told me. I said, yeah, man, but you need somebody that is willing to co-sign. I'll put the money up. That's not good enough. I'm like, Jesus Christ. All right, man. Well, so now he's mad at me. Checks out. All right. Midget man's mad at me, and we're waiting for the other 600 to hit. So I go back to court again. And same thing. Midget man had given me, hey, man, I'm sorry about yelling at me. Here's a line of crystal meth. Here, homeboy, get it. Oh, here's a little caldito of heroin. All right, dude. So I go to, I don't even have enough heroin to go, to give away now. I just have like my own little, he gave me like a half gram or something as well. And I had that up my ass. I go to court. Everyone's expecting me, that it's same stuff. Oh, does that say too rare to die? Too weird to live, too rare to die. Jeez, I can't even say my own tattoo. That's like, what a poser. Too weird to live, too rare to die. Is that what that says? That's dope. Is that a Stephen King quote? I'm like, yeah, man. Good guess. Everyone's kissing my ass because they think I have the drugs. I don't have it. So I'm just in a bad mood that day. I go to court again, and the DA comes and talks to me. She's like, she's always so happy to talk to me because she likes delivering bad news because this woman hates me. She's like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, I'm good. I'm kicking Suboxone because your county jail facilities are violating my human rights. Is that head and shoulders? I'd say like creepy shit like that. And she'd be like, She'd be like, listen, Ryan, this is the thing. You admitted to the police that you were a pimp. I was like, that's ridiculous. We're like editing the documentary, and like the cop goes, so basically you're saying you're a pimp. And I'm like, well, I mean, that's an ugly word for it, but yes. I didn't even remember saying that. They like played it to me. I'm like, oh my God. Ryan, you admitted to it in a police interview. We have a taped recorded call. We have a recorded phone call of you. We have text messages of you. I'm like, you have text message of me telling the chick not to do it. The fuck? Yes, present that to court. You have text message where I literally say you don't have to do this. You're better than this. You should find another way to make money. Don't do this. I'm trying to talk her out of doing it. Oh, no. We need to do it. Okay. I go, yes, I did something illegal, but it's called protecting a prostitute. That's a misdemeanor. And she's like, well, let me just tell you this. If you lose, we're giving you 7 years. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. I'm like, are you 7 years for this? The fuck? Brock Turner dragged a girl behind a dumpster and fucking forcibly sexually assaulted her. Got 3 months in county. You're trying to give me 3 with half as a plea agreement? You want me to do 1.5 years in jail for trying to protect this woman because she had been raped and beaten? Are you kidding me? She's like, well, it's because of your record. Like, all happy. Talking to me like she's telling me like the specs on a car lease or something. I'm like, dude, listen, I didn't do this. Can't we just drop the charge down to a misdemeanor supervising a prostitute? She's like, sorry, not in my county. I'm like, fuck. So I end up going back to jail. And I tell Karina this, I'm like, look, they're saying if I lose, I'm going to get 7 years. And she's like, oh my God, we're telling our parents. I keep talking to your parents and we think it's the worst idea that you go to trial. Nico's going to grow up and he's going to be doing jogathons and you're still going to be in a state penitentiary. I'm like, are you done? Listen, honey, I'm an icon. They're just not going to convict an icon. She's like, oh my God, Ryan, you're mentally ill. You're mentally ill. Please don't do this to us. And I'm like, honey, I'm going to trial. Call Jose. Let's get it on film. We're wasting good footage. And that's all I have to say. She's like, and we will get into the rest of my third time in prison, my third prison term saga. Please press like, comment, subscribe. I have new social media stuff, cameo stuff, album, the Paul Narcan Project. Website should be up by the time you guys on YouTube are seeing this. It's being worked on right now. And it should be up by Thursday, which it's when it should be up by tomorrow. So thank you guys. And remember, we're doing a raffle where you can help with the Narcan Project. We're getting it all organized now. Sinister has donated 3 paintings, 3 spray paint cans, exclusive spray paint cans. I'm doing 3 signed books and 3 snake ordinance blotters. There's also a new snake ordinance blotter available for sale. All the links are in the pinned comment. Check out patreon.com/Ryan Leone. There's a lot of footage of the breakdown, cartel case stuff, pimping and pandering case, pictures of people that I talk about, all sorts of shit. Ask people that already have it and see what they think of it. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. I love you. Stay safe. Palabra. I always say palabra and like I'm doing this new thing and I have to press N twice and I always forget. So palabra.